You see that? Can't see it at all. Straight up welding splatter right on the element. Of course, I don't have any cover. And look, you can't see a damn thing. Well, this is going to be a strange one. I think it's most important to carry on and try and produce, be as normal as you can be, given the circumstances, and just continue to make things. It's my advice. Just keep making things, make objects, make videos, and share with each other. This community is strong, and I really believe that it's going to get stronger through this because I find more interactions going on between Instagram and YouTube and the comments and all kinds of sharing. So I think it's really important right now to take full advantage of all of that and above all make something every day. You guys know that I'm part of the Maker Mob. The Maker Mob has teamed up with Wood Owl to give away a 3-year membership to the Maker Mob, a set of 10 Wood Owl bits, and a Gaiachakuyukacho razor saw with 3 extra blades. Click the link in the description below to enter and win woodworking prizes over $1,200. Absolutely free. A couple of recent projects here. This Tanka Stool that I made for Shaquille O'Neal. A buddy of mine in the toy business owns the company that just did the big licensing deal to get the Tanka license to create a lot of Tanka toys. And Shaquille O'Neal will be the spokesperson going into Christmas. And he asked me if I would make a big stool for Shaquille O'Neal to sit on during the toy fair here in New York while he signed autographs. It was a good opportunity for him and for me. I made something really cool, worked on some techniques that I had never worked on before, and it was really fun. It was really, really fun, and I'm proud of this piece. It came out great. I made this guitar for a buddy of mine. In 1990, I made him one of my first guitars. He's in a band called Thorn at the time. His new band is called Godin, and Godin's getting some traction over in Europe and going out on tour. He wanted something interesting to play, something that would kind of be a little bit eye-catchy. And together we came up with some sketches, and this is the one direction that he liked. Sort of originated based on the conversations we had. And it's pretty cool. This video will probably be out ready. It's ready now, but it'll probably be out this weekend. Wanted to talk about the razor blade. It is in stock, but it's not available on the website just yet. Still developing the packaging. We're going to print the packaging here at the shop, and as soon as it's all ready, I'll let everybody know. Considering the downslide in the economic situation, I think we're going to have to put a little bit of a hold on the jeans. They're all ready to go. Everything's ready to go. But I think right now the economy situation is going to really take a precedent on making that decision for us. So we're just going to have to wait it out a little bit longer and see where things go. New tools in the shop. Ferd is my new channel sponsor. Just wanted to thank Ferd personally for supplying the shop with abrasives and tools to grind, buff, polish. We have die grinders, sanders, everything we need to keep metal shiny. And I've also used it quite a bit on wood as well. So Ferd, thank you very much. Ferd's going to be a presence in the shop for quite some time to come. So go blue. I would like to thank Ameribraid for letting me test out this new moving platen. There's a belt that actually rotates around with the belt. It keeps the heat down and you don't feel that click of the seam as much. It's a nice attachment for grinding my blades, and this cool stand that holds all the attachments that go in there, the plate, the big wheels, the contact wheels and stuff. So Ameribraid, thank you very much. Check them out. There's a link in the description. SawStop sent me this really cool new sliding crosscut sled. It adjusts, it's super strong. I can cut up to a 32-inch panel without having to break out a sled or anything. It's there. When I don't need it, I just unscrew the guide and it goes right back to normal. But it's great for cutting 45s and straights and all kinds of weird angles. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. And check out this cool machine I got from APSX. It is an injection molder. I could actually cut my own molds on the CNC machines, and we could run plastic injection molded parts. So look forward to a video coming up for that. That's going to be super, super cool. It's a real injection molder. It is a real desktop injection molder. Super exciting.
This is just like one big advertisement. I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm so sick of being told what to buy.
Check out this beautiful new blunt lathe I got. It's from the 1940s. It's got a 4-speed direct drive motor. It's 12 feet long. It's unbelievable. It's going to be a great new addition to my shop. I'm going to be able to make big, long turnings in wood. It was moved out of a shop, and apparently to dismantle it, they cut all these wires. And that is a big problem. I bought it knowingly, and I figured I could tackle and figure this out. So with Patrick's help, I think we're going to be able to figure out the wiring. If not, I know a couple of professional places I could bring it to have it fixed. So one way or another, this is going to be up and running soon. And I have a video planned for it in April, so I have to actually really get my butt in gear and get this thing back in order. There's an amazing video that was published by my friends at 3D All Day Every Day. My buddy Rusty Belcher and his brother Tim, they came here in October and did full shop scans of my workshop when it was probably in one of the worst conditions that I think it could possibly be in. It's been reorganized now. But when you do this fly through and you can see every aspect of my shop, Rusty stopped on different aspects in the shop and highlighted videos of different things that were laying around. But my shop is in complete disarray when we did this. I said, do it anyway, whatever, it's a moment in time. And but go check it out. You could also do a fly-through through the Dream Shop, and you could do a walk-around of the canoe. So big shout out to Rusty and Tim, guys. Thank you so much. And go subscribe to those guys.
This is what I cut 90 of these a day. I cut my finger off.
Oh, nice.
But here, see, some of them are flake board. Look at, I ripped them all down into these things.
You know, I don't get to see my dad too much, but when I do, I try and make the most of it. About a month and a half ago, before everything started up here, I went and spent a day with him, and my dad and I had a lot of fun together, so you're going to see a lot of the clippings peppered throughout the rest of this video. So enjoy these clips of me and my dad together.
First time I had it when I was a fireman in Brooklyn, there was a woman that lived around the corner from the firehouse, Mrs. Gricker. And every Sunday she would bring us homemade cannolis. I said, what's a cannoli?
Oh, really?
You see my invention there? This is something I invented because I cannot see the front of the car and the way it swoops down, so I'm always hitting the wall.
You got to drive like a New Yorker. You just drive till you hit it.
Well, right. And I showed it to my son, the invention king, and he said, Dad, I have a camera in my car. I don't need that. Ouch.
I got a camera in mine, too. Well, you were going into production?
Oh, wait, you see that? Everything is scrap wood. I buy the scrap wood. That's when I make the signs out of it. Oh, you know what? Here, I saved this for you.
Molding?
Brand new.
You can put it back.
No, you don't want it?
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. It doesn't match my house. I mean, if I decide to open a Pizza Hut, maybe. No. Save that for when I build a castle.
This was brand new when I put it out here.
This is nice.
We do a restoration on it.
What is it?
Snowblower.
What the hell is this? It looks like it takes nails, and you put nails in it? The week before everything went to hell, I went down to do hosting duties on the TV show Make 48. I'll put a link below for information about the TV show Make 48. It's where teams of people get together, make an invention, in 48 hours. And then out of those teams, there's teams competing against one another. For this most recent season, Zyla, Foxen, and I were hosts. And so we spent a couple days down there shooting the whole season. This 2 days will be broken into several episodes. But I got to meet a great person. Andrea is a patent and trademark attorney. So this is about a 5 or 6 minute interview with me and Andrea. Please listen and go follow her on YouTube. I think it's really important, especially for YouTubers and content creators, to trademark your names and just protect yourself.
My name is Andrea Evans, and I make patent, trademark, and copyright law look easy. I own the law firm of Andrea Evans, a full-service intellectual property law firm, and I represent clients all over the world with U.S. intellectual property matters.
We got to talking about trademarks,
Yes.
and you kind of whipped open your computer, you started keyboarding, and then all of a sudden you realized, like, your trademark is abandoned. Did you know that for your name, DiResta? And I didn't even know. Years ago, a lawyer friend of mine started trademarking my name. He never told me that he actually did it, and we never paid any maintenance fees, and it got abandoned.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we're going to get it back. But you also mentioned to me that there are two types of trademarks.
Yes.
There's a trademark for the written name,
Yes, the word mark,
the word mark, and the logo mark,
design mark.
design mark.
And it's just what it sounds like, just the way you explained it. So words are just words.
Right.
Nothing fancy, no designs, bubble font, script font, Times New Roman. And then if you file the word mark, you can use it in any font, shape, style, or color.
Right.
So today you use bubble font. Next year you say, oh, I don't want to use bubble font. I'm going to go to Times New Roman. You don't have to keep filing a bunch of different trademarks.
Right.
Now you have DiResta with the heart as on the eye.
Right.
Now you have words and designs together.
Right.
That's a design mark.
Right.
We have to upload that in a JPEG font in black and white, so you can use it in any color. But whatever you file has to match the way you use it.
Right. So we got to file two marks for the design, which is in my case is the stencil font, but with the box around it, and then just any of the word mark.
Right. And for other YouTubers, a clear way to think about it is Nike has Nike, Just Do It, and the swoosh symbol.
Right.
3 different trademarks that are filed so they can use them together or apart.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes Nike's on the front, Just Do It's on the bottom.
Right.
So that's the flexibility you want. So you don't want to throw in your name, your slogan. If you plan to separate them, they're separate trademarks.
Right. And so we got to talking also how a lot of YouTubers have either their personal name, like I do,
Right.
or their wacky workshop name, and they all are really not taking advantage of the trademark system if they don't trademark.
That's right, and it's so many advantages. I mean, one thing, we're talking about federal.
Right.
So federal trademarks allow you to prevent others from using it in other states.
Right.
I mean, YouTube is federal, let's face it. People are watching it all over
Worldwide,
the world, so you qualify.
Right.
And what this does for you is basically, as long as you use the trademark, you get to keep it.
Right.
And you think about Coca-Cola. They've had the same name and trademark since the 1800s.
Right.
So you talk about a legacy, your videos will live on forever, and your brand can live on as long as the name is continuously used. And you renew it.
Okay, so trademarks aren't like patents. Patents is 17 years, is that right?
20.
And the trademark is forever as long as you
Every 5 years, you have to show that you're still using it.
Right.
And as long as you're using it, you're good.
And then when it goes abandoned,
So even if somebody tries to go in and say it's there,
Run it
you
there
can
right
prove
away.
you used it first.
right.
So that's the key. So a lot of people do panic, and they go in this mode like, oh, I never thought about it.
And then they start sweating.
That's right. But don't, because the law is on your side if you can
That's
prove
good.
you used it first.
And obviously I have.
But now we're in a copycat era now on YouTube where people try to add some variation and they say, oh, I put the in front of it or I made it plural.
Right.
Honestly, it's the likelihood of confusion.
Right.
So you step back and say, hey, if
Well,
I
like
heard
that channel
name,
I showed you today, there
That's
is
right.
a channel that's using my name.
That's true. Hey.
They're not using my videos, but they are using my name.
And it's confusing
And
because someone could tag you,
and think it's mine.
think it's
And then that actually happened.
right, or they produce something of poor quality, or a sponsor could reach out to them.
Right.
They're not going to necessarily say, "Oh, you meant the other DiResta brand."
Right. That's true.
So-
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So before it's too late,
Yeah.
you get the trademark because YouTube and Facebook and all social media platforms respect intellectual property. So you
That's
can't
good.
just write them a letter and say, "Hey, I had it first." Well, what's your proof?
Right.
That's what you do in a court of law. So it's not up to them to do that, but the trademark adds some validity to it.
Right. That's great. So that's cool. And then also patents.
Oh yeah, I'm a patent attorney.
You're a patent attorney.
Yes.
Back down in a minute.
We're in the lobby of the hotel. Oh, I think he works here. He's not even there. And you do patents as well.
Yes, so all the inventors that are watching, be careful because you're making things on YouTube and you only have 1 year to file a patent application or it's given away to the public.
All weekend long, I keep showing you videos and you go, when did you post this? I go,
Right.
2 years ago. You go, forget it, it's out there now.
Right, but he has one with 3 more months left, so let's see. So now they're going back looking at your old videos, like which one was coming. Right.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do you like that one?
Yeah.
You think we should do something with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, we'll see. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that we met, and,
Yes,
and we're definitely going to be working together.
Yes,
Absolutely.
thank you.
And is it okay if people bother you?
Yes, please bother
Contact
me,
you.
please. It's not a bother. Reach out to me at Evans IP Law everywhere, including YouTube. And also text Evans IP Law to 444-999.
Cool.
And I have 2 bestsellers on Amazon, all about inventing and all about trademarks.
I'll put the links down.
Yes, and they're good resources.
And you're going to start cultivating a YouTube channel.
Yes, I am.
You start having conversations like this on that.
That's right. People are looking for this information. And I have a lot of videos on other platforms, but I'm going to come to YouTube.
Right on. Well, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One for the outside. I don't know what the hell's in here. Oh, more
Snake?
baskets. You need any?
Andrea was the patent attorney at the Make 48 event. She was there to make sure that the genuine inventions that were created during the show were free and available and not infringing on any existing patents. This is just a little bit of footage of my time at the Make 48 event. Like I said, I couldn't give too much away because it's a TV show and there's some proprietary inventions and stuff that will be all exposed when the show gets published, probably within a few months. There'll be more information. As soon as it's available, I will absolutely publicize that. We were in Kansas City at the Union Station in Kansas City. Beautiful old building. Incredible, beautiful old building. So in the last vlog, I discussed that we were going to have a racetrack event at my racetrack that I own here in East Durham. I moved that to July 4th because I thought that I might be shooting a TV show in May. Now I have no idea what's going to happen. But of course, between social media and Instagram and Twitter and whatever, I will keep everybody up to date. I still hope to have that July 4th event, provided that the world is back to normal. So July 4th, we're going to have the go-kart race on the track. Started cleaning up the place, preparing it for my vision. It's going to basically be my center of operations ultimately, when I could afford to put a new building here on the site. But clearing some of the old attractions, things that I don't need, but I will hang on to the racetrack as long as I possibly can. Thank you to my buddy Tony for doing a lot of this cleanup work here, and some of my neighbors, thank you. A lot of guys took the scrap metal, and so thank you all for that.
Frank put a cooker. Put them in here. This turns. Right.
That's funny. Update on the big workshop. My buddy Mike, the fireman, my buddy Mike, the cop, and of course, you know, Patrick, the electrician, and myself, we installed these headers. These headers are going to support what's going to become the second floor, which is the reason why we have not covered the walls, because I knew we were going to put a second floor in. Finally got Mike, the cop, who's also an architect and an engineer. He designed the system that we were going to put the floors in with a certain type of truss. That's all to be figured out with time and money and economy, but still preparing, inching along, moving along. With the headers up, we can close the walls up and finalize the electricity and start getting this place a little bit more buttoned up. If you guys follow my Instagram closely, you know who Patrick is. Patrick's become a big part of my life. He's doing the electric inside of the big giant dream barn. and he just started a channel of his own doing electrical tips. If you don't already follow him on Instagram, I'm going to put a link below. So follow him on Instagram and follow him on YouTube. He's just getting started. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. So go check out Patrick if you need electrical consulting. What is that?
Electrical tape.
That's a candle.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was a tail. Yeah, I just found that thing. It was all underwater. I'm hoping it dries out.
Do you use it?
No, I got about 5 others downstairs.
I like these old Sears.
Yeah, no, those are good. I got my tools in the back there. You might like.
I would like to thank everybody that sends me mail. It's greatly appreciated. I don't get as much mail now because I do the vlogs a little bit more few and far between, but still I do get mail and sticker swaps and stuff. So I'd like to thank everybody that sends me that. And now this is a montage of mailbag. So I'm just so humbled and honored that you guys would send me stuff. So thank you, everybody. That looks like a wrist breaker. Is that a Milwaukee? Oh yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'd like to introduce you to Aaron. Aaron is the new shop manager here at DiResta Unlimited. Aaron's been doing a great job. He's so much more organized than me. All right, this is Aaron, everybody. Give me a 30-second resume.
10 years Marine Corps, 4 years at Mythbusters, 4 years at the Crucible, teaching leatherwork, and now I work for Jimmy DiResta.
What's your favorite job?
Favorite job right now is this one.
Thank you. You having fun?
Absolutely, all day long.
And was it a big deal to leave the West Coast to come to the East Coast?
It was, but I pulled the trigger on it. Everything seemed to be the right thing to do at the time. Wasn't a lot of work coming in, and you were kind enough to invite me.
Well, thanks. Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for keeping me company during this weirdest time in history.
COVID 2020.
You guys can still follow Brett on his channel, the Skull Spade channel. Brett left here to go to Joshua Tree, California, where it's much warmer and much sunnier. So go follow Brett now. He's over there.
nations, hold this nation hostile, or hold our allies hostile.
This is funny. There's a husband who put the mother-in-law in the laundry bag. I forgot how it works. All right, you want to go inside?
That about wraps it up. I want to send a huge thank you to all my new Patreons. If you don't know, I do a Patreon channel, and on my Patreon page, I do voiced over videos, just like the video that I posted recently about the table that I built, which is the last video before this one in the lineup. And in that video, I do a voiceover, and I did it just because it just seemed like the necessary thing to do, to put up a silent video and not at least make a reference to what's going on in the world. Just felt weird to me. So I did a voiceover video, and in that video I said, hey, by the way, I do this to nearly every video that I publish, and the voiced over videos are on Patreon, and many of you know that, and I only charge $1 a month at the minimum. Thank you all to my new patrons, and if you're interested, there's a link below. You can follow me there. Thank you to everybody. Everybody stay safe. Practice all the precautions needed to stay safe. The quicker we put this thing behind us, the quicker we all get back to normal, whatever that's going to be. It should be interesting because there's going to be a lot of new patterns in this life of ours that are going to forever be different. And let's just try and keep that positive and upbeat and creative and fun. So I love you. Thank you. What? Who? Where? When? No? Really? You good?